Hey friends, this may be really short. Um, I came here to read you a journal, but the next one I've got, I don't have the emotional tone to share it with you as it deserves to be shared. It's called Feeling Too Good to Sleep, being with pain yet falling into joy. So we'll have to hold off on that one. And instead, I'll share something with you. I got a call today from Social Security, and the long and short of it is they want another evaluation. So it looks like the two sets of forms I've turned in, plus my records, medical records from the VA and all of that, aren't good enough. What can I say? And so I've been really kind of happy today, and it's because although in the moment of hearing that I'm not through dealing with this and looking at, still a fairly good, I don't know, it's probably at least 50-50 possibility that I might lose my disability. I don't know why it should be that, because the body really is disabled. But it seems like if you're stable and not constantly needing to go to the doctor, they're very suspicious. So at any rate, I was celebrating and have been celebrating today the fact that that fear that gripped me before just wasn't there. There's certainly some discomfort. And, I'm certainly not jumping for joy. This doesn't make me happy. But that terrible kind of fear that can grip you isn't there. And so I thought, wow, this is really great. I guess the work that I did with it before, sitting with it, being with it, doing the worst case scenario thing, was effective. And I was doing really good with that until I sat here looking at this title and realized my emotional tone does not sync up with this. I can't read it with heart. And so what I'm looking at now is still remnants of fear. It's just on a more subtle level. See, we can clear away something, but a lot of times what we've cleared away is the gross or the obvious part of it, the part that's just on the surface. There will be deeper and deeper levels. And so it doesn't really pay to ever think you know anything or that something is complete. In a realm of infinity, eternity, how can things really complete? We just go through cycles in them. And so that's how that looks for right now. Gee, that's not the cheeriest thing, and I do like my sharing with you to be uplifting. But, I still say this is a victory. This is a victory not to have the really apparent fear, to have it be so subtle that I have to discover it this way. That's a really good thing. So I have some more weeding in my garden to do. One of the biggest challenges I think we find is, okay, so let's say we accept we're not the body. We have all these ideas and understandings, such as, with reincarnation, you've got maybe a zillion bodies. So, you can't be totally this one. It's not you. It's just an aspect of you, all right? So even though we reach that point, then we've got the whole, initially it's a struggle to shift the locus of control from the head to the heart. because we're just trained to be mind dominated. I mean, it's a mind centric world we live in, at least in the West. Um, the economy and just everything, we're trained to live in the mind and in the left brain. If there was a balance to that, the right brain is very much more in sync with heart than the left brain is. My favorite one for that, I hope I can come up with her name. She calls it her stroke of insight. Jill Bolte Taylor is a wonderful, she had a total experience of having only a right brain. Her left brain was disabled by a stroke. And being a brain scientist herself, she was able to really pay attention, perceive, and report on what that was like. And it was awesome. She called it nirvana. So the mind, the brain, it's an interesting paradigm that we're in, because even though we disidentify from the body, what about the mind? We need to shift right now. Mind is in control of most of us to a very great extent. And we're not getting rid of mind here. We're just giving control over to heart and letting heart be dominant and mind be subordinate. Only it's no small thing. And mind is pretty brilliant and stubborn and tricky and all the rest of it. Plus, it's programmed 6 ways from Sunday. All that stuff, all the programming, sure, it goes into the flesh with the toxins and things in our environment and the immunizations and all that. But I think most of the programming goes to the mind in our training. And so it's just not something we can really trust. And yet, we've built our whole reality on it. We've trusted it to structure reality for us. We've trusted it to study and pursue what's real and what's true and what's right and all the rest of it. Well, we've trusted the wrong thing. Let me take that back. We haven't trusted the best thing. Heart is much better suited for this. And as you know, if you've been through any of my journals, I'm really aware what a challenging shift it is to go from the head to the heart. And we're dealing with our beliefs. Our beliefs are what structure and create our reality, and they're located in the mind, in the subconscious mind for the most part, is where they're stored. And so I've gone on and on. I hope there's something of value here. I'm not hearing anything else coming forth. So good night and God bless.